Growing up in Katlehong was, we got very used to the sounds of guns, but it wasn't constant gun battles or anything. They would have the hippo trucks come into the township and there'd be tear gas all of a sudden. And I remember I used to say to my gran, why are you putting Vicks in my eyes? Meanwhile, she was putting Vaseline in my eyes, but my eyes were already burning. So I thought she was putting Vicks. I was like, cruel lady. But that would happen, and we always knew you had to go to school, because if you don't and the police find you, you're going to jail. There were always stories of people coming into homes and shooting ceilings because men were hiding in the ceilings. Boys were hiding or being hid in ceilings because there were killings. And this was mostly something where they'd say, this child might grow up to be Congolese, which is ANC. Then we just got used to, there'll be more gun battles. We have to run every now and then. We have to run to relatives at Springs, go back home, go back to Springs, go back home. But as a child, I was just happy. I was my grand's little egg. None of it really mattered. It was just the norm. It must have been around 1990. That's when things went from the cops are coming, the mellow yellows are here, there's a stairway. It went from that to this taxi violence. That's when 1990 is when it started getting ugly. Leading up to 1993, where we eventually had to run from home. Then the big one happened. My dad wakes up. Okay, his eyes are red. This man is frightened. He is like, we have to go, we have to go. My mom has already got my sister in and it's like, we are packing, we are leaving. And we ran out. Now we're in the wild because like, okay, where are we going, right? But the guns were getting loud, getting pretty loud. And it was like, okay, well, maybe this is it. But so anyway, we go forward, and then eventually some people tell us, hey, no, there's a town hall that, everybody's going to. We can go there. The Indian people are helping everybody, So we just went in that direction, just went there. And that was our home for, I don't know how long. It could have been 2 months. It could have been 3 months. I had no sense of time. It's so wonderful that we have the family that we have in Guatemala, because there's so many of them that, although we couldn't be taken in together because we're family of 4, at least we could go somewhere. I had a friend, Pamela, that's in 1994 now, before the elections. She was so scared that she's going to lose her home, and she asked me if she can come stay at my house, and I said she could. She could bring her whole family there. And I look back at that smiling. At that time, it was a bit weird and scary for her. But it taught me that there's no black and white in politics. You can't just listen to one side of the story and be like, those people are bad and they are doing this and that. At the end of the day, they are humans. I was helped by Zulu people. I was helped by an Indian family. I was helped by colored people. I was helped by different kinds of people at the time. It took a lot of people and a lot of different races, all the races of South Africa, to get to the relevant piece. Listen without, I hope we can all start to listen without prejudice and say, hey, okay, I get it. Here's my story.